Good morning, everyone. It's Tess, and today's tip 219. And I just wanted to take a look at, there's been a lot of talk lately about, how successful weight loss surgery is long term. And I think I've done some research, and there are statistics out there. And long term, there is a diminishing return, so to speak, on the surgery. I read some articles in like Scientific America, and it talked about the benefits of weight loss surgery long term. But it kind of also pointed out that on average, people keep 50% of their weight loss off during surgery, and that even a 5% loss is an amazing relief to your body. So I thought that was really kind of an interesting thing. And it's come up a couple of times, people talking about, how successful long-term weight loss surgery is. And I was looking at some articles, and they talked about what any of us who've had surgery know. Long-term, the honeymoon phase is the first year, and they say on average, people lose 77% of the weight that they needed to lose. And by the time people hit like 5 years out, they're only down, say, 56%. So they've gained back, basically 20% of the weight that they lost. Then it talks about diabetes. That also returns over time. So as you gain weight, you may regain some of the comorbidities that you were able to eliminate because of the weight loss surgery. But what they also said is in these studies that they were trying to do, they found that very few stayed in the game for the full 5 years that they were trying to follow them in this. Good morning, Glenn. But very few stayed in this research study for the full 5 years. Well, kind of what that basically is saying is, they also even addressed alcohol. Alcohol is a big issue because the absorption is so different and you get it a lot faster and there's problems with it. But ultimately, what the end of the day it said is that if you're willing to work at it and continue to work at it, these don't have to be our statistics. The statistics just are kind of a tool that we can use to remind us that we can never give up on the journey. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm 5 years out and I am still losing weight. My weight this morning is the least that it's been since I started this journey. Has it been easy? No. Have I had to do the work every day? Yes. Have I had to adjust all the time? Yes. But you know what? It feels good. It feels good to have control. Am I going to be able to have the things I had pre-surgical? No. But you know what? I feel better. So what I'm going to say is that although there's a dozen statistics out there, the people that aren't succeeding are the people that give up, or the people that let, maybe you haven't found a group like we found Doc V's group, several of us, and it's helping us to deal with day after day after day that part of the first step is the surgery, and that we have to continue every day trying to improve the foods we eat, the way we think, and our commitment to the journey, because it is easy to fall back. We know some people can eat a little bit of something and then it doesn't tempt them. I know I'm a person that, like, since the day of surgery, I have not touched ice cream. And the reason, I'll have a smoothie, and I've learned that a smoothie, can be my like treat that ice cream used to be, but I don't ever go back to that other thing, because if I go back to it, I'm afraid of falling back on old habits. And in reading some of these articles on how many do go back on old habits, I'm going to just own that that's just the way of my life. And I think for each of us, we just have to learn what works in our journey. And if you're starting to backslide, it's not working. And if you can possibly grab into a group that can help you succeed. I had to readjust even in thinking. Some people try to add protein powders to a lot of their food so that they can continue to eat them long term. I can't do that, because if I see foods that remind me of the treats that I used to eat that were nothing more than damaging my body, my mindset, I don't know if even 5 years out I'm strong enough to overcome that. So for me, I'm just looking at it and trying to completely own that food is just something to fuel my body. I've really taken, pains to recognize how I feel after eating certain foods, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and try to keep that in my mind when I'm addressing a day. Like if I'm going to have a day that's stressful, like we're still tying up a little bit of the pieces. My boss is back today, so we'll be tying up the pieces of our quarterlies. But what we need to do is we need to address that we need to continue to work the journey. The journey just begins the day of surgery, and it continues each day. And if we approach it in that each year that passes, we're working to become a little bit better than we were the year before, then we can continue on the journey. And I think that's what helped me. I know I've told people before that I was at a critical point when COVID hit, because I had already kind of been stagnant and had no weight loss for over a year. And I needed to find out how to keep it going forward. And through Doc V and through the mindset issues and through the changing of foods, I've been able to continually lose small amounts of weight for the past year or two. So I want to just say, don't give up on yourself, and don't let the statistics tell you that you're going to fail. Just decide that no matter what obstacles present, you're going to win. So have a beautiful day, and thank you for listening. And I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you.